Character Dimensions, Backchat Dimension, Part 3, Day 169. This is a Heaven's Journey to Life blog. I suggest you read the whole blog, as I'm going to only read a part of it, just to show how it assisted me in my process. So first I'm going to read this part here. Let's start having a walkthrough of the self-forgiveness and self-commitment statements for Backchat and internal conversations, in which we'll walk the example of where from the imagination we created a negative energy experience to physical reality, with imagining the extent and amount of time it would take to complete the responsibility, and then simultaneously created a positive energy experience to imagining something else we could do with that time. Then participated in and as the simultaneous positive and negative energy experience backchat of "this is going to take too long to do. I really don't feel like this right now." And then to "I'm going to call up some friends to see what they're up to. I can get to this later." Backchat Dimension, Self-Forgiveness Statements. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to, in the moment of completing an assignment, task, writing, accept and allow myself to instead become entertained by imagination of energy, an energy experience in my mind from where I created an alternate energy version of an actual physical moment in reality, as envisioning my relationship to me, the work and time within, and as an energy experience to which I responded within me as "this is going to take too long to do. I really don't feel like this right now." I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how I have, from imagination to backchat, entirely separated me into and as the mind as energy, generating an energy experience from within the imagination itself, where I created an energy relationship to time. And then furthermore generating an energy experience from within and as the words or backchat, "this is going to take too long to do. I really don't feel like this right now." To further substantiate my imagination, connecting my imagination to backchat and the energy experiences within it, possessing me within my own mind, instead of simply breathing in reality, placing my fingers on the keyboard and with the pen and on the book and start writing and typing and reading as an actual real physical action and application of doing. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to, in that moment, with facing a practical application of doing and living that would assist and support me in my process and life in this world and in the future, that I would compromise and sabotage this for and as an energy experience that I initially created in my relationship to time in my imagination, with having a look at the amount of time it would take to complete the task, and then further talk within and as energy within my own mind within the words, "this is going to take too long to do. I really don't feel like this right now." In this having conversation within and as energy within my own mind, instead of communicating here with me in and as my practical physical living, with actual physical communication as typing and writing and reading, in the process of expanding and learning and growing in this actual real world, I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to, from the negative energy experience, imagination, and backchat, complete the energy game of polarity within and as the mind through accepting and allowing myself to participate in and as a positive energy experience imagination of what else I could do with the very same time I have in my mind, created a negative energy experience toward, and from there further substantiated and animated my imagination within and as, accepting and allowing the back chat of I'm going to call up some friends to see what they're up to. I can get to this later. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand the nature of the mind in its existence and relationship to energy, and my responsibility within it all, as with me accepting and allowing myself to participate within a negative, I will automatically generate and create the opening and opportunity and room for the positive to manifest, which is what happened with my relationship to imagination and backchat in this instance, all the while busy creating through energy in my mind instead of participating and living here in the physical. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how I, particularly in this instance, created an energy experience relationship to time in my mind, with initially having a look at my imagination of time and my backchat of time in the negative, and then created the positive in relation to time within and as my imagination and backchat, with imagining and speaking what else I can do with my time that is more positive, all the while not seeing, realizing, and understanding how I am creating my experience in the mind through imagination and backchat, and my accepted and allowed participation within and as it, instead of sticking to the simplicity of doing and living with and as breath in and as the physical. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how real physical time as each breath passing by, as I am creating energy experiences to time in this physical real world, in and as my alternate energy reality as the mind, and the more and more I continue participating in the mind as energy, following energy experiences, the more and more I abdicate my responsibility to me, my world, and my life, with continuing accepting and allowing myself to postpone instead of leaving responsibility to me, my world, and my life in this world and reality. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed energy experiences of the negative and the positive to influence, determine, and control who I am in and as a moment of physical, practical doing, that I would accept and allow energy through imagination and backchat, in both the positive and negative experience thereof, compromise and sabotage a moment of responsibility in and as the actual physical real world. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to essentially in that moment regard energy and energy experience more than breath in and as the physical, and entertaining the mind through imagination and backchat more than my responsibility here to me in and as the physical real world. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand that with accepting and allowing such a relationship of me to energy, imagination, and backchat regarding entertaining the mind and generating energy more than my responsibility to me, breathing and living, that it would affect all areas of my life from the small to the great, and even thus having a look at my relationship to this world and humanity as a whole, that if each individual human being would stop these games of energy in the mind that only benefit the mind and individual self-interest, and we all in fact get to responsible living in ourselves and our worlds, we can stand together and reform our lives and living with each other and this physical existence as a whole. So I will stop here, but I will go to my blog. This is the solution blueprint update. It's regarding my being late in doing my assignment in DIP, which is the Destiny I process. So here I started doing a solution blueprint for the late or procrastination character. For me to have a look at what I'm doing in separating myself from the task at hand and time itself, and instead go within my mind and do other tasks that I desire to do, creating a positive out of an initial negative when I'm bored and sleepy. And see here, I linked it to the Heavens blog. Right there. The one that I was reading before. And so we'll go back to my blog. In my solution blueprint, a solution blueprint is like a print of what the solution would be. But before we get to the solution, we have to see the problem, which is that being late, and how I created this thing and all the dimensions, which is really very long, as I can show you where it started with it started in September. Here in my other website, it's junroca.com. In my process, I have this solution blueprint here for 2 weeks. It's the 21st day and the 12th day today. So that started with me blogging about what I do for the day. Okay. Right there. Shower, stretching. I also do some massage, self-massage, body massage. So here, it's there's a point where I redefine the word wait, and I found out that it's connected to the word love. I charge it with a positive charge. Connected it to the word love. See that? So then why is that? Is because I asked my ex-husband to wait for me for a long time, and I connected it to him loving me. So let's have a look again at, and then I ended up getting into and doing self-forgiveness for everything. I'm just starting, but for what happened when I got into a relationship with my ex-husband from the time we in high school, where we were participating in the mind within courtship games and stuff like that. So here I'm going back here. So I found out that the mind gets in the way of me applying myself practically and doing my deep assignments daily, where I would automatically think about things I have to do and stand up and do it, leaving my assignment unfinished. What I found is working is really applying me in the physical writing and doing my assignment and not giving into the mind. So I am doing my assignment daily. I started initially by starting my day doing my assignment, but then there's a time when there were other tasks that needs to be done early on the day. So then I started doing these tasks instead of my assignment and pushed my doing my assignment later in the day whenever I have time. And so, in other words, what I am doing is I had a look at the things I had to do daily, and in the next blogs I will come up with a list of things I have to do daily as my daily tasks. What I did is, what I'm going to do is, from this list of daily tasks that I have to do, I will list down the tasks and that I have to do weekly, and then we'll see from there. So here I also did self-forgiveness and self-commitment for procrastinating. So thank you for the beings doing the Heaven's Journey to Life, and also to the people doing the Journey to Life blogs. The assistance is there, so let's keep blogging. Thank you.